In a thrilling contest between England and the West Indies, the stark difference in starts became evident, as the Caribbean side fell short by 21 runs. England set a competitive target with Jos Buttler leading from the front, showcasing his prowess in T20 cricket. Buttler's resolute innings of 96 runs from 59 balls illuminated the field, establishing a foundation from which his teammates could build. This performance not only marked Buttler's return, but also placed the pressure firmly on the West Indies bowlers during the initial stages. As the sun cast long shadows over the Chester-le Street pitch, it became clear that the West Indies paid a heavy price for their sluggish starts. Their bowlers struggled to find rhythm, allowing England to sprint to a solid 78 for 1 at the end of the power play. This fast-paced beginning transformed the atmosphere, with cheers erupting as boundaries flowed from Buttler's bat. However, the West Indies would soon learn that a lack of sharpness can be their undoing. The match revealed their vulnerabilities and hinted at a need for a more aggressive approach up front. On the batting front, West Indies' response was punctuated by frustration. Evan Lewis's brief cameo offered a glimmer of hope, but as wickets tumbled, the chase quickly spiraled into disarray. Liam Dawson, marking his return to international duty, wreaked havoc with his remarkable figures of 4 for 20. The turning point came when Dawson snagged key wickets, leaving the West Indies reeling at 91 for 3 at the halfway mark. The pressure continued to mount, demanding the West Indies to up their scoring rate, only to be countered by England's tight bowling strategy. Ultimately, the combination of slow starts with both bat and ball left the West Indies in a precarious position, a lesson learned as they aimed to rebound in future encounters. Rutherford and Chase were caught in the deep before Rovman Powell was castled by one that skidded through from round the wicket. Afterwards, the 35-year-old Dawson admitted to nerves on making his comeback, but by that stage he was holding the Player of the Match award, England's stick to Smith. Opening gambit. Without Phil Salt on paternity leave, England opted to simply plug in his replacement at opener. Smith had auditioned for the job with a 25-ball 50, opening the batting in the Oval ODI on Tuesday, and was preferred up top to Tom Banton, back in the side for the first time since January 2022, but asked to bat out a position at number 5. With England opting to put runs on the board, Smith had a clear brief. One he set about putting into action as he charged Jason Holder, playing his first T20I since February 2024 from the off to pick off 3 boundaries in the opening over. While Ben Duckett fell to the 3rd ball of the 2nd, duped by Romario Shepherd's off-cutter to send a leading edge behind, that only brought Buttler out to the middle. After a brief period of reconnaissance, the 2nd wicket pairing went pedal to the metal to ensure England got what they wanted from the power play. Andre Russell, back in the side after being injured against England in November, was greeted by Buttler reverse scooping his first ball for 4 to start the 5th over. Smith twice launched Russell disdainfully for 6 over long on in an over that cost 22, but worse was to come for West Indies. Alzari Joseph repeatedly missed his lengths as Buttler crunched 6-6-4-6 through the leg side, 2 cross-batted, 2 ramps, as another 23 went on the scoreboard to leave England 78 for 1 after 6. Buttler does Buttler things. The introduction of Gudakesh Moti brought an immediate slowdown and signaled that spin could play a more significant role than expected. Moti bowled 4 boundaryless overs off the reel, while Shepherd returned to remove Smith, who holed out to deep mid-wicket after being forced to hit square. Brooke was bowled by Chase the Ball after reverse slapping him for 4, while Banton fell LBW to a marginal call against Russell as England slipped to 116 for 4. They were grateful for the skill and experience of Buttler in navigating a path through the middle overs. Having notched his 50 in the 8th, he prioritized knocking the ball around with the field out. England had rattled off 11 boundaries during the power play, but only managed 6 more during the second half of the innings. Buttler hit 4 of them, including another audacious reverse swat off Shepherd. An edged 4 to deep 3rd moved him to 95, but Joseph had his revenge in the same over when pinning him in front. The LBW decision confirmed via umpire's call on DRS. The Chester-le Street crowd groaned in unison as Graham Lloyd's finger went up, and Buttler missed out on adding a second T20I 100 to the one he made in Sharjah at the 2021 World Cup. But for England under their new captain, it was pretty much job done.